Namaste. Welcome to the first class of redemption of preference shares. So, preference shares. What are preference shares? Preference shares are commonly known as preferred stock. So, as the name indicates, preference is there, right? So, usually this is a kind of shares where they have certain rights. So, when the company gets into liquidation, then they have the priority or preference in getting back their capital. So when the business closes down, when the company closes down, first they have to pay the capital of preference shareholders, then they have to pay the capital of equity shareholders. So preference shares have that importance or priority. So while winding up of the company, they'll get back their capital first, and while distributing the dividends also, they get the first preference. They get their dividend back. Okay, first. After that, whatever remains, that will be shared among the equity shareholders. So it is a class of share where they have certain preferences. Okay, so they are commonly known as preferred stock. Okay, there is a fixed percentage. For example, 5% preference shares or 7% preference shares. That rate of dividend should be given as fixed sum, right? Okay. Redemption. Now, redemption of preference shares. Redemption of preference shares means returning the preference share capital to the preference shareholders. So, for doing the business, we require capital. So, we get the capital from various sources. One source is preference capital, right? So, we are issuing the preference shares to the public and we are getting the money. We are using it for our business. So, after some time, as the business grows, we have to return it back to the preference shareholders, right? So, that is considered as redemption. So, returning the preference share capital to the preference shareholders either at the option of the company. So, if we think, okay, we are in a well position now, we can give the preference capital back so that we are free, right? So, we can think if the company is earning profit, it can return the share capital to the preference shareholders or at the expiry of a fixed period of time. So, for preference shares, for example, if the tenure is 5 years, after 5 years, the company has to return their capital, right? So, at the expiry of a fixed period or at the option of the company. If the company thinks we have to return it back, or if the due date, if the due date comes, so it has to repay it back during the lifetime of a company. So redemption. While doing the redemption, we have to consider certain points. Okay. First and foremost point, partly paid shares cannot be redeemed. For example, if the preference share face value is rupees 10 and paid up value is only rupees 8, so 2 rupees they have to pay us back. There is no final call made. Okay, so then it is considered as partly paid up share. So partly paid up share, we cannot return it back unless and until it is considered as fully paid up shares. Okay, always remember, rupees 10 preference share, rupees 8 paid up, we cannot return it, we cannot redeem it. They can be redeemed either at par or premium. Redeem means what? Returning, right? So consider we have the preference share capital of rupees 1 lakh, and after so many years we are returning it back to the shareholders. How can we return? We can return at par. So 1 lakh, rupees 1 lakh, we can return them and settle the transaction. Or we can return along with the premium. For 1 lakh, might be 10% premium. 1 lakh 10,000 we have to return because they have given us the capital, right? So we can return at premium. There might be some request or demand from the shareholders. We want premium. But always remember, there cannot be redemption with a discount. Is it possible? You are getting the loan from a person. Okay, when you are returning it back, you are giving less than the amount which you received. Not possible, right? So always remember, redemption happens at par or at premium, not at discount. Then redeemed only out of divisible profit of the company or out of proceeds of a fresh issue. So there is a condition. So in the case of redemption, we have to return them back, right? Capital, we have to give them back. So how do we adjust money? So we need funds to make the payment. How can we do that? It can be done only out of divisible profit. That means if there is any profit of the company, out of that we can return, or out of the proceeds of fresh issue. For redemption purpose, we can issue new equity shares or new preference shares, and we can collect the money and we can return it back to the preference shareholders. Clear? We should not opt for any other method. So either through the profit or through the fresh issue. Divisible profits. So nominal amount of the share should be transferred to capital redemption reserve account. So if there is divisible profit, so profit and loss account, we have around 2 lakhs. Okay, we can transfer that 2 lakh to the CRR. See, we can't directly take from the profit and give it to the shareholders. No, it is not possible. We have to create a fund or reserve called as CRR, Capital Redemption Reserve, and we have to transfer all the funds. Okay, it can be divisible profit, it can be fresh issue of equity, it can be fresh issue of preference shares, everything, whatever we collect the money, we have to put it in CRR, and out of CRR we have to make the payment. Is it clear? We can't directly take part of funds and payment, make the payment. No. So we have to create capital redemption reserve. Then premium payable. Premium payable should be out of securities premium account or divisible profits account. So in the case of redemption is done at par, no issues, no problem. In the case of premium, we require extra money, right? So that extra money we can utilize from securities premium account. So what is securities premium account? It is the account where when we were issuing the equity shares in the past, we got extra amount. That means if the share value is 10, share face value is 10, we have issued at 12 rupees. That means 2 rupees is the extra premium that we got. That 2 rupees is kept somewhere, right? That 2 rupees is considered as securities premium. So in the security premium, whatever we have, that we can use it for redemption. Okay, for redemption, which purpose? For paying the premium on redemption. Okay, the capital redemption reserve can also be used for issuing the bonus shares. We can issue bonus shares out of CRR. CRR cannot be used for any other purpose. Okay, here it is only used for making the redemption of preference shares. Okay, now you should be very careful which are the reserves that can be transferred to CRR. And there are certain reserves which cannot be transferred to CRR. Why CRR is required? Because CRR is a fund. Okay, just consider it is a fund. Consider it is a box. Okay, and all these things we can transfer, and these things we cannot transfer. Only these things we can transfer to the fund, and out of this fund we are paying we are making the payment to the preference shareholders. So reserve fund, general reserve can be transferred. Profit and loss account transferred. Dividend equalization fund can be used here. Insurance fund, workmen's compensation fund, workmen's accident fund, debenture sinking fund, contingency reserve, taxation reserve, or any other revenue reserves can be used, can be transferred to CRR, and which can be used for redemption of preference shares. But we cannot use securities premium, debenture premium, forfeited shares, profit prior to incorporation, capital reserve, development rebate reserve to the CRR. That means we cannot use these funds in the redemption of preference shares. Is it clear? But securities premium can be used for making the payment of premium to the preference shareholders at the time of redemption. For premium amount we can use this. For CRR we cannot use this. Is it clear? So what is the similarity you can see? What is your observation? So for CRR, revenue reserves we are using. See, all these are revenue reserves which can be used. Capital reserves are there, if any, and securities premium account. Okay, all those things cannot be used. Okay, steps in the redemption. The first thing, so it's very easy, simple, just understand. First thing we should see whether the shares are partly converted, partly paid or fully paid. If it is fully paid, rupees 10 face value, fully paid, then there is no problem. Then you need not do this step. Okay. If it is partly paid, rupees 10 share, 8 paid up, then we have to convert the partly paid up shares into fully paid up shares. Clear? If there is fully paid up shares, then no problem. We can directly go to the next step. Okay. So because without fully paid shares, you cannot make the redemption. Next, arrange for funds. We have to make the arrangements for funds for the payment, right? So how can we arrange the funds? Issue new shares. We can issue new shares. We can issue new debentures. We can sell some of our assets and we can collect the money. Clear? Next, third step. Arrange for premium amount if redemption is done at premium. You have to see. In the problem it is given whether the redemption is done at par or premium. So if it is premium, we require premium amount also. And you know, for premium amount, we cannot ask CRR. See, second step, arrange for funds. Okay, all these funds will go to CRR, right? Capital Redemption Reserve. And from that we are making the payment of face value of preference shares. But in this case, for premium, we can get it from securities premium or debenture premium account or divisible profits account. Next, create CRR. So in the second step, whatever arrangement we made, no, okay, with that money we have to create capital redemption reserve. Then we have the money now for to pay the face value. We have the money now to pay the premium. So finally, we can make the actual redemption of preference shares. Clear? Remember these steps, then it is very easy for you. So one by one we can see the journal entries. First thing, convert partly paid up shares into fully paid up shares, then arrange for funds, then arrange for premium amount, then create CRR, then actual redemption. Okay, first journal entry. If there are partly paid up shares, when there are partly paid up shares, we have to convert them into fully paid up shares. So we have to make the final call. So there are two entries. One is to making the, the final call due. For final call due, preference share final call account debtor to preference share capital account. You have to pass the entry. For the receipt of final call amount, so when you are receiving the amount, money comes in. So bank account should be debited. Right? You are receiving. So bank account debtor to preference share final call account. Clear? This is for converting the partly paid up shares into fully paid up shares. Two entries. If in the problem there are only fully paid up shares, then you need not pass this journal entry. Clear? Then comes second step. I told you we have to arrange for funds, right? So if there is fresh issue of shares, you can issue equity share as well as new preference share. Okay, for the fresh issue of shares. Now, if you are issuing at par, then see, when you are selling your shares, what happens? You will get the money, right? So bank account, your bank account will be credited. So bank account, you are receiving the money. So bank account debtor to share capital account. You are selling your shares. So shares goes out, money comes in. Bank account debtor to share capital account. If you are issuing the premium, same thing, bank account debtor to share capital account, but you are getting extra money from the public. So that should be transferred to securities premium account. Actually, you are getting extra money. That means you are getting the profit, right? So profit means what? It is always shows credit balance, right? So securities premium account. Same thing, bank account to share capital will be common for all the three. If there is premium should be credited because you are gaining something. Issue at discount. See, you can make the new issue at discount because it is a new one, right? Bank account debtor, discount is, see, discount paid according to nominal account rule, it should be debited. It is an expense, right? So we are giving the debit entry. Bank account debtor, discount on issue of shares account debtor to share capital account. So when you are making the fresh issue of shares, bank account debtor to share capital account. Remember, if there is premium, take the premium to the credit side. If there is discount, take the discount to the debit side. That's it. If there is fresh issue of debentures, so if you are issuing the debenture, same thing, bank account debtor to debentures account. If there is premium on the credit side, debenture premium. If there is discount on the debit side. So issued at par, bank account debtor to debenture account, premium, bank account debtor to debenture premium account, is issue at discount, bank account debtor, discount on issue of debentures account debtor to debentures account. Clear? It's very simple. Then, if there is sale of any asset, if you are selling the asset, sold at book value. So, for example, if you are selling certain furniture and making the payment to the preference shareholders. So, when you are selling, what happens? Cash comes in. So, bank account should be debited. Asset goes out. Asset should be credited. Bank account debtor to asset account. If there is profit, I told you, profit always should be credited. So, profit and loss account, you have to credit it. See, remember the profit and loss account. When there is profit, usually what happens? You are writing on the credit side of it, correct? So, you have to write here. So, profit and loss account. When you are selling at a profit, bank account debtor to asset account to profit and loss account. If there is loss, then loss should be debited, correct? So, bank account debtor, profit and loss account debtor to asset account. Clear? So, there are three chances. Either you have to, how will you arrange the funds? Either you have to issue the fresh equity shares, or you have to issue the fresh debentures, right? Or you have to sell the assets. So, from this you are getting the money. Now, you have to arrange for premium also. So, premium payable on redemption of preference shares. Premium paid out of securities premium or debenture premium. So, premium money, I told you. If you are taking the premium money from the security premium or debenture premium, you can write here securities premium or debenture premium account debtor to premium on redemption of preference shares account. So, securities premium to premium. You're transferring from securities premium to our new premium. We have to make the redemption, no? For that we have to pay the amount, right? So, securities premium account debtor to premium on redemption. Remember only this much. Premium on redemption. Then you can expand. Securities premium or debenture premium account debtor to premium on redemption of preference shares. Next, premium paid of divisible profits. So, if you don't have securities premium account, you can take it from the profit. So, from profit you are transferring. So, divisible profits account debtor to premium on redemption of preference shares account. Then, premium paid out of securities premium or debenture premium and divisible profits. If you are using both, so if you require 1 lakh, around 50,000 you are taking from the securities premium and 1,50,000 you are taking from the profits, then how can you write the entry? Securities premium account debtor, divisible profits account debtor to premium on redemption of preference shares. Clear? Here securities premium or debenture premium. So, you have to look at your balance sheet information, what they have given. If there is debenture premium, you can use. Clear? So, we are arranging the premium for redemption of preference shares. Okay. Now, we have to create the CRR. For the creation of capital redemption reserve, we have to transfer from the profits to capital redemption reserve. So any of the divisible profits account debtor. So profits account debtor to capital redemption reserve account. Very simple. So for the creation of CRR, profits account debtor to capital redemption reserve account. Okay, now last, actual redemption of preference shares. We have to redeem the preference shares. So if you are redeeming at par, okay, and we can redeem at premium. We can redeem at par or we can redeem at premium, but we cannot redeem at discount because no shareholder will, in the sense, agree for getting less money, right? So if it is par, there are two entries. First thing, you have to transfer the capital. Preference share capital account debtor to preference shareholders account. We are transferring. Then we have to make the actual payment. Preference shareholders account debtor to bank account. Clear? So usually what happens? See, preference shareholders, here credit is there, here debit is there. It get cancelled. So what would be the single entry? Preference share capital account debtor to bank account. That means we made the payment. Correct? So always remember, for actual payment, preference share capital account debtor to preference shareholders. First we have to transfer, then preference shareholders account debtor to bank account. Simple. If it is premium, same thing, but premium should be entered on the debit side. Because we are making the payment, right? We have to give these two things to the preference shareholders. So preference share capital account debtor, premium account debtor, premium on redemption it is. Okay, there are two premiums. Always remember, one is for fresh issue, you are getting the premium. Another premium for making the payment. For preference shareholders, you are giving the premium. So this is the second one, premium on redemption of preference shares to preference shareholders account. For actual payment, preference shareholders account debtor to bank account. That's it. I hope you understood. Thank you.